Cube Steel is a supplier of rolling, forming, and bending services to hundreds of other fabricators and OEMs across Canada. A major majority of them are within a half hour, an hour's drive of Hamilton. Hamilton is still the place we want to be. Hamilton is still the heartland of the Canadian steel industry. Everybody thinks of Hamilton as having lost so much, but we've still managed to maintain a core group of companies and attract some new ones, and some really wonderful things are still happening in Hamilton in the steel industry. I guess a good example of Hamilton's productivity would be that the oil sands has been a real hot market for the last 5 years, but still a great deal of the fabrications that are going to the oil sands are still being produced in Hamilton and the surrounding area.
CanMET Materials Technology Laboratory is a federal laboratory with Natural Resources Canada. 75% of what we do is in steel, either in product development or the actual how the product actually works in the field. But being with Natural Resources Canada, it's focused on energy related components and products, energy efficiency. It's also on defense applications and automotive, oil and gas, nuclear, those sorts of applications. As you know, we've hardly been here. It's been, what, less than a year. We're still not fully operational. We've only just moved in the last little bit. But already we're seeing a lot of increased interaction with particularly the local steel companies, the universities, Mohawk College, and for instance, that at the level that we wouldn't have seen when we were in Ottawa.
We started out as a non-welded hydraulic and lubrication piping systems company. We have since, over the years, branched out to being a non-welded provider of all piping systems. But typically for the steel industry, we have been busy all across North America. We got our start in the Hamilton area, obviously with Stelco and Dofasco many years ago. And from our experiences there, we've branched out and have done provided piping systems, non-welded piping systems for numerous steel companies across North America. So we've been located in Hamilton for over 33 years now, and since day one, most of our labor has come from the Hamilton area, and we found that the productivity of the people has been extremely good. We find that people's training has always been above average from anywhere else that we've been in the world doing work, that this region has a good labor pool to draw from. Being a manufacturer, we have a lot of vendors that are from the local area, and we have always found that they've been very helpful to work with us. If we've ever had problems technically, a lot of the vendors have been there to support us, going through any issues that we've had. Also, just availability. There's a lot of, obviously, steel or like raw material vendors here that we always count on for next day delivery.
Samuel is a metal service center and manufacturing company. What is unique about this particular plant is the number of operations that we have in this plant. We can take a coil, which is produced across the way here, about 10 minutes away at US Steel Canada or ArcelorMittal Dofasco, produce it into a finished part using our various different operations here throughout the plant. That has made Hamilton an ideal location for us because of our close proximity to our suppliers, but also close to the transportation network and our customer base, which is very large and very rich in the Hamilton, especially the Hamilton area and the southwestern Ontario. Hamilton, Ontario is a good location for Samuel. We've got over 105 locations worldwide. And one of the things that sets Hamilton apart from the rest of Canada or even in the United States is that we find that the productivity here is extremely strong. In our own plants here, we have some great productivity that come out of our plants here in the Hamilton location compared to some of our other locations. But also too, we found that the productivity of some of our suppliers and some of our processors in the area is a lot more productive than the rest of Canada.